Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depends on where you're watching from. Happy New Year. It's a new dawn, it's a new season. We just have to thank God for this new season, this new year that we've just started. Actually, my main purpose of coming this evening to make this video is purposely because now we are in a new year. Being a person who is coming from a continent that is so great, you know that Africa is the largest mineral resources of the world. And Africa is also the largest young population in the world. China has the largest population, but Africa have the youngest population in the world. So my main purpose of this video is I just want us to think about these two statements. Africa being the richest in mineral resources, everything that the whole world need, Africa have it. The people that is going to drive these resources, the young generation that is going to drive these resources, as African also have it. But we need to work differently. We all are saying, especially now that election time is coming in Nigeria, everybody wants Peter Obi to be the one to do all the job. It's not done that way. We have to wake up from our slumber. We have to put our heads together. Most of us that are in the diaspora, we are telling our children, we are not telling our children the blessings that African have, the resources, the wealth that African have. We brought them abroad, or we gave birth to them abroad. It is not only because we want them to remain here. We want them to help us to build back our continent, to help us to build back our country, to take back our country. Because the old ones, they have old mentality, they have old ideas in their head. It is a hard time as Africans that we start to see the positive things about our continent. There are so many things going wrong in our continent right now, but we need to start searching out the positive things, and we need to correct the wrongs. And parents, please, for God's sake, we have so many young men who are not properly brought up in Africa. Our rate of raping is just too high. Babies, children under the age of 0 to 6 years to 12 years, 13 years have been raped heavily. Please, if you have a son and you are a woman, please train your children. Talk to your children. Let them know that this is not right. No matter the urge that you have to take hold of yourself. Because the young men just take anything that they like and do whatever they like. But we as mothers, we have to take responsibility now. It is hard time we take responsibility. This new year, it is no time to play. It is no time to say, it cannot happen to my children. It cannot happen to me. Don't forget, if it does not happen to you or your children, maybe your neighbor, maybe your friends, or your auntie's children or uncle's children, everybody, we are one tree, one big tree with so many branches. Let's try to train our children differently. When we were growing up, we used to sleep side by side. You see women naked going to the bathroom, coming out and coming in. Uncles and aunties, they were all there. There was this control. Everybody has this moral control. But the new generation, there is something wrong about it. And our brothers as well. You go about drinking all substance just because you want to do whatever you want to do. Life is not about this aspect. Everything is not just sleeping around. It is hard time we start working on ourselves. People want a better Nigeria. We want a better Africa. But we have to start from somewhere. Our young ones, they want to make money overnight. Why you do not work with your hands? Sit down this new year and start to think of what you will do better. Because Peter Obi cannot do magic. There is no magic in building a nation. Building a nation, we all must come together to do it. Let everybody play their part. Police are killing children, killing people, killing women and men just like that, just because they have a gun in their hands. We need people who can make things differently. Let our policemen, let us begin to think of how to help them, because many of them have psychological problems and they need help. We need to help. We need to find one way or the other to help, to change the situation. Because right now is a new year. We have so many young people who are brilliant, who are able to use their computer to do so many things. There are so many things we can help our police with. There are so many things we can help our civil servants with, that will change their mindset, that will help them ease their job. Because the way things are going in our continent right now, it is getting out of hand. And people are taking advantage of these troubles that we are facing and taking our resources for free. People are coming into Africa, staying in Africa for only few months, and they are multi-millionaires. And while we who owns the continent, they are always borrowing money. There are every means in making money in Africa. People are making money from waste. People are making money for so many things. Please, let's start searching out our computer. Our computer is not only for making trouble. It's not only computer that you will start to talk about gossip, or computer is not made for only to destroy each other. Computer also can build a nation. Computer can also be used to do a lot of agriculture, to teach other people. If there's anything you know and you can use it to teach others, to help others, this is the right time we put our heads together. Their community, their street, if you are living in an area whereby you see things are not good, you see the things that children are doing, and you think you can help them, why not try as much as you can? Because if you help 1 or 2, 3 persons in your community, those who help other people as well, we are building a better nation. Because at the time we all are just doing it for ourselves alone, it is not going to help us. Because when you have and your neighbor does not have, it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause heaviness. So the best option that we have this year, let us put our heads together as we are voting in the right leaders in this election coming in few weeks. We should also be thinking of ways to build and support these new leaders that we are going to elect. Because whatever thing they are going to bring out, whatever money they are giving out to do anything, if we do not follow them up, they are still going to do the same thing. If we are going to be able to start a new Nigeria, we must follow everything that they do up. If you are a local government chairman or you are a senator, people around you, you should make sure that you are following them up. Whatever they sign that they want to do, let's us start to build. As they are planning their new, they are going to get into these offices, we are also going to be planning on how we are going to follow them up. We are following their campaign. Everybody wants to get their PVC so that we can vote. But nevertheless, we still have many other things that we need to do. This new year, it is a time that we have to buckle up our belt. It is not a time for we to start drinking and smoking. Thank God we have crossed over. We have started the new dawn. The new year has started. So let's start thinking of what we are going to do better this year. I'm calling out all the comedians, all the politicians, all the actresses and actors, whatever you know you can do better. This is 2023 for your continent. Everybody is jackpot. Fine, it's good. It's not a bad thing. But as we are there, wherever we are, whatever we can do to support, to help, to build little by little. If it is a computer school or is a training center you can afford to open, to build up, to train people in a better way, to coach people. If you are a psychologist, you know you can talk to young people, you know you can impact on younger generation. Please, let's use our resources and time to do these things, because it is always we talking about Europe, Africa, America. They do this. So that was just the reason why I decided to come on L this evening, because I'm about to go to bed. I'm just thinking, because this new year, we are not going to waste it. We just want to walk. We just want to start from the beginning and start doing things. You must not have thousands to start a business. We have so many little things you can do. You can start a garden in your house. You can, even if you do not have a saw in your house, you can start a garden. Because, you know, people always complain they don't have money to start business. They don't have money to start. It is not about using big money to start business. There are little business that you can do. All you need to do is constant. You have to be consistent. You have to continue doing it. Put all your effort. Put love in it. Try as much as you can. Do not listen to what people are saying. Whatever you start small will definitely increase if you put your best in it. This new year, as we are all rally round to go for the election, let also watch our neighbors, our friends and families, children that are around us, because the rate, like I earlier said before, the rate of rape in Nigeria is really extremely high. Nigeria, I don't know, other African countries, I don't know, but Nigeria is really terrible. That we should watch what we are eating, especially our young men. Please, let's put our eyes and watch them carefully. Our daddies and our brothers and sisters, this whole thing that is going on is not a normal thing. So let's try to bring a new narrative. Let's support each other. Let's help each other. Because you see our young children taking a lot of things. The rate of drug addictions, the rate of drinking, they are taking a lot of substance that we as parents, we do not have idea about. So it is hard time we start to help each other to fight and do the right thing, because this whole thing is not funny anymore. Because with the time we are now is a very difficult time. Even if we have the best government ever, but still we have a pandemic at hand, when our young generations are all into drugs, when most of them they don't even know from their left to their right, when killing has become the order of the day, whereby a young child will just want to say, I don't mind using my life or using my brother or neighbor. So it has gone to the extent whereby life is no longer valuable in our country. Before, life is it is very important. When you snatch life out of people and you do not have any remorse, you just think it's just normal because it has become a thing that is normal between the young generation. It is not normal. Let's start telling the children. Let's start telling our generations the truth. Let's help each other, because I am not finding it funny when I see on the YouTube or the internet where people are saying, yeah, I just want to do money ritual. This whole thing is not, let's bring this thing out. Let's take it out of the minds of our children. Let's put them in that position whereby they can reason well, they can do things right. They say they are pressing keyboard, they are doing computer stuff. Keyboard, they need to use the keyboard to do better things. They need to use the keyboard to create a better life for themselves. They need to use the keyboard to do a better job for themselves. It is all about awareness, idea, what you can do with your computer. There are so many things you can create. There are so many things you can do, but they just need people to bring them to know how to do them. Because there are some people who do not go to school, but if you teach them how to use computer to create things, to bring things that they have in their head to a paper, to draw them out, to bring them out, it will be useful for our generation. It will be useful for our generations to come. But at the time everybody is just saying, I don't care, it will not help us. We all have, at least majority of Nigerians have internet access, and majority also have a smartphone in our hands. There are ways we can help to teach and train other people around us if we have a little bit of time. If we can create 10, 15, 20 minutes for each, maybe 1 or 2 persons a day or a week, it will help. Or somebody comes to you and said, this thing you are doing, I would love to know how to do it, but I don't have money to pay to learn. What will be if you are able to train this person and say, okay, I will teach you how to do it, but you work for me. Let's us try to bring idea out of our children. Let's start to bring them out differently. Let us train them differently. Because when we're growing up, you will see your auntie making clothes. You go and sit with her. She will not send you away. Most of us learn so many things from our aunties, our brothers and sisters. You will see your dad or your auntie or uncle doing one carpentry work or one thing or the other. You just stay there daily, and before you know, you are good at it. But this time around, nobody is having interest in things like that. Let us please, for God's sake, this new year, as we are all campaigning and running helter-skelter to make Nigeria a greater country, to make Africa, because if Nigeria gets it right, Africa is good to go. So let's try to put our heads together and start to work it out. I know that this year, things will get better, because there is no place like home. No matter how sweet and beautiful the place you are living in the diaspora, anywhere in the world, your home is your home, except there is something you have done that is making you to run away from your home. But nevertheless, stay blessed, and to see you soon. And whatever comment, whatever thing you think we should do, or you have an idea, please leave the comment behind for me. I'll check it out and I'll get a reply. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also subscribe to my Facebook page. God bless you. Thank you.